What's up, beautiful people? It's Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live, coming to you every Tuesday Central Time here in Chicago, but we are worldwide at Pop Radio Worldwide, so do the math. Do the math, everybody. Thank you. So remember, it's 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday, so tune in on a Tuesday, get my 2 cents. This is a motivational podcast. We're going to be featuring athletes of the week, entrepreneurs of the week, angels of the week, and we're going to be focusing on health and wellness tips, mindset training, brain training, helping you live your best amazing life. A little bit about me. I am your host. My name is AnnaMarie Tabo, but you can call me Anna. That's with 2 N's. If you do want to be on my show, and if you want to submit anything, if you feel like you can help motivate people and help people live their best amazing life, then go ahead and email me your submissions at Anna, A-N-N-A, Tabo at gmail.com. So just listen up if you are feeling what we're spinning here, if we're inspiring you and you want to help motivate as well, just connect with me. And if you don't get a response right away, which I will respond within 24 hours, but if I can't make you in the show right away, don't get discouraged. I'm all about empowering people and the people of the community and raising everybody up. So on It's an Amazing Life We Live tonight, we are going to be talking on some uncomfortable topics, but some topics that I think we need to, bring more awareness to so that people are more comfortable talking about it and people are more open to reaching out for help. And I wanted to talk more about mental health awareness. I know it was, I think it was September that was Suicide Prevention Month, but it is December, and the reason why I want to touch up on this is because I don't know about where you are listening in the world, but I am from the windy city of Chicago, and it is very, very cold today. At least for me it is, and I didn't want to go out anywhere. And I know around this time I can be very susceptible to, I do have a past with mental health illness and like having depressive episodes and anxiety disorder. So, I don't like to be in the closet about that anymore. I like to tell people that I've had problems with that, and I've not only have I overcome it, but I've been able to thrive and be a better person and help others try to reach out for help. The more that you're aware about it, the more people talk about it, the more people will reach out for help. So that's what I wanted to touch up on today. And I have some amazing guests on the panel that will be helping me talk about it. So let me just introduce them real quick, and then we'll get into more detail with them because there's some amazing ladies here on my panel on It's an Amazing Life We Live. So first, I just want to introduce she's actually a little bit of everything. This is why I wanted to bring her to the show. Her name is Miss Allie Burkhart. I'm saying that correctly?
Yes, you got it.
Into the mic. Oh. Allie is an athlete, entrepreneur, and an angel. So she's a girl, just has it all wrapped up in one, which is why I wanted to bring her in the show and put some focus on her, because she's not only a great athlete and a great person and has like an infectious smile. Beautiful. She got that good hair. Look at that hair. Come on, guys. No, I'm here to gas people up. I'm sorry. Like, I got a full tank. I'm ready to give some out. So, but Allie Burkhart here she's an amazing woman because she has quite the story behind how fitness has saved her life. So go ahead and say hi to the people of the world and, tell them how your day's been so far with this cold weather. How have you been coping?
It's miserable, and I decided to go downtown, which was a big mistake.
But it's cold downtown.
Much warmer in here. Much better atmosphere in here, that's for sure. No, I want to say thank you for having me on the show in the first place, and all the incredibly kind things you just said about me. My cheeks are bright red now, but that's okay. I'm really excited to dive into this, and hopefully we do some talking today that helps somebody and at least touches someone, or make someone a little more aware, or just get some positivity out there.
For sure. I'm all about bringing positive vibes to the table around the world to anybody that's listening. So again, you guys got to be following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, YouTube, and on Tuesdays I'm here 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. You get to speak to, well, you don't really get to speak. I get to speak to and see beautiful girls, but sorry guys, I don't mean to rub it in, but it is a good show, and you can be there in spirit by listening. So please tune in 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time, because you will be missing. If you don't, you'll be missing out on some really cool people that have a lot to say, and it will change your life. I promise. If it won't change your life, it'll touch your life at least. So I'm going to be going next chair down the panel, and her name, well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the world.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Perez, model and a future business owner here.
So clearly she's quite the entrepreneur as well. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to have her input on some of the topics that we're going to be brushing up on today. So thank you for having for having your presence here. Thank you, ladies. So today, like I said, we are going to be talking about mental health care, mental health awareness, and things of that matter, because a lot of people do not talk about it because there's a negative stigma attached to it, right? I mean, I know when I first had problems and had to first go to a therapist back when I went to University of Illinois in Champaign, and I guess it was a culture shock to me because I hadn't been away from home. I haven't been around different different ethnicities of people before like that, and I felt like I was the minority in that group. And I came from a strict household, so when I went out there, like, it was almost like too much for me in the world. And I guess, I partied hard. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I come a long way, but back then I was a party girl, and sometimes I hung around with the wrong people. And you hang out with the wrong people, you do the wrong things. Sometimes you do the wrong things, you have to deal with the consequences. And some of those consequences for me were mental health. It ruined, not ruined, I'm not going to say ruined, because every step of my life, every part of my life has built me up to the person that I am now, and has shaped me to be the person that I'm meant to be, and I'm still evolving every day. So I'm not regretful of that, and especially since I'm able to talk to a big mass of people now about it, and hopefully if I could just touch one person to talk about it, because I know for a fact, anytime I tell people, I've had problems with major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. People are like, what? I would never guess, you're so happy. I'm like, you know what? It happens all the time. Look at all the people that we've lost.
Those are the people that have it most.
Exactly. Robin Williams, rest in peace to everybody. Who was that guy that traveled the world to eat everything? What was his name? John.
I can see him, but I don't know.
I can see him. It's gonna come back to me. But my point is, people are very good at masking it, and it's a good thing to act strong, but at the same time, we need to be able to express ourselves, have an outlet, reach out, and really connect with each other so that we can help raise each other up. So we're going to touch up more on that when we get back. But again, this is Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live. So you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram on It's an Amazing Life We Live. And we're going to be talking to some beautiful ladies. First up is going to be Miss Allie Burkhart. She is an athlete, an entrepreneur, an angel, but I will let her tell her story herself when we get back. So again, I'm here every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time in the windy city of Chicago, but we're reaching out to all areas and all temperatures. So I'm happy that you guys are all listening, and thank you, and we'll be right back.
I done did a lot. You ain't did shit at all. Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't really rock.
What's up, everybody? We are back, and I am your host, Miss Anna, on It's an Amazing Life We Live, coming at you every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. So do the math. Just put it in your phone. Everybody has smartphones, so the smartphone figure it out for you what time to listen in on iHeartRadio. Follow Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio. Actually, we're everywhere. We're on Spotify Premium. We're on YouTube. So go ahead and follow, like, subscribe, show us some love, give us some feedback. We're always trying to improve, guys, so let us know what we can do better, and we'll definitely keep in contact with you guys. We want to give you guys what you want and help empower each other and raise each other up. Now, if you are just joining in, this week on It's an Amazing Life We Live, my motivational podcast featuring athletes of the week, entrepreneurs of the week, and angels of the week, I will be brushing up on some topics today, mainly focusing on mental health. Here in Chicago, in the Midwest, in North America, it's really, really cold. This is the time when the days are really short, the nights are long. By 5 p.m., it's really dark outside, and it can definitely be depressing. It makes you look outside, not want to even leave the bed. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a motivational speaker, and I always talk about like waking up with purpose and wake up early and get stuff done. But I have my days too. We're all human, right? So for real, sometimes you have to be your own best cheerleader. If not everybody has somebody to motivate them, and who's the motivational person for me when I need motivation. So everybody has them, whether it's Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, all the motivational speakers in the world. They all have their pockets that they can go dig into to give their dose of motivation if they're lacking in it that day. Everybody has their days. So around this time, guys, when it's winter and when I wake up and it's dark, and then when I go home it's dark and it's just constantly dark, I know for me, I don't really feel like doing anything. I was born in May. I'm a summertime baby. How about you guys? July, February. Yeah, so warmer seasons. Well, I don't know. February is really cold in Chicago. That's like the worst. Okay, well, I'm a spring baby, guys. So, I like it when things bloom and when I just see everything dead on the ground. Like, fall is okay. At least it's pretty. But then when it's like this dead, I'm talking about like when there's no snow and everything's just dead. For me, at least, I'm really susceptible to having what they call seasonal depression. Now, seasonal depression, some people may not think it's real, but I personally, at least for me, I know that I have dealt with it when the seasons change and there's not as much sunlight, you're not getting enough vitamin D, you don't feel like being as productive, you feel like staying in bed more, you're more lethargic, you just want to eat all the carbs and sleep all the time. But then you can't do that because you gotta work, because it's a holiday season and you gotta, this is the time of the year. It's stressful for a lot of people. It's all happy and jolly, but honestly, I don't know about you guys, the holidays can stress me out. And when I stress, I tend to want to eat. I tend to want to just run away from my problems or just hide in bed. So I wanted to get into some tips on how to, combat that and try to, prevent yourself from falling into a hole, because it all starts with habits. Am I right? It all starts with habits, what you do every single day. So what you make a habit, whether it be, something like making your bed, something bigger like doing cardio every morning, or even just meditating, what you choose to do every day, especially the first hour of your day, will shape your whole day. Okay, so I was thinking yesterday's Monday, today's Tuesday, so I was thinking, I usually do a Monday motivational post and all my social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and I was thinking about the 3 M's. I don't know how I came up with this, but if you have a pen and paper, you should probably write it down. I think it's genius, but maybe it's just me and this is my show and I can say whatever I want to say. No, I think it's genius. So I have the 3 M's, okay? That you want to check up on yourself to help with your mental health every single day, especially around this time when it can be stressful. So every day, I want you to make it a point to move, to meditate, and to motivate. So those are the 3 M's. I'm going to say that one more time if you guys do decide to write it down. Pay attention. Yes, I love that. Pay attention. So my 3 M's for motivating yourself every single day, not just a Monday. I just came up with it on a Monday. But this is every day. I want you to move, I want you to meditate, and I want you to motivate. So I'm going to delve into that a little bit. So by move, I mean obviously literally physically move. I forgot where I heard this from. I believe I listen to a lot of motivational podcasts, guys. So That's what inspired me to do this in the first place, because that's something that helped me get my life together. The older you get, I mean, I'm not old, I'm not going to date myself, but the older you get, you're like, man, how can I fix this? You're buying all the books to try to speed things up. You're like, oh man, I wasted so much time. I feel like my whole shelf is a section of self-help, in Barnes and Nobles. Like, it's just self-improvement books, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to help you jump the learning curve. So the first one is move. Okay, move every single day, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. You don't have to be a fitness professional, but studies have shown, it is scientifically proven, the more you move, the more your brain grooves. Okay, the more you move, the more your brain grooves. So it is proven that when you are physically active, you release endorphins, you release serotonin, you are literally a happier person. So even if it doesn't feel like it, or you may feel kind of odd or stupid doing something, even if you don't feel like doing it, your brain sometimes cannot tell the difference between what it's feeling. So if you're running and doing something that your body is used to doing when it's excited, it's gonna give that signal to your brain that that something good is happening. Okay, but it's good for your health. It's gonna make you feel good about yourself. And then the second is meditate. I personally have a meditation app on my phone. I believe it's called Calm. There's a bunch of apps that you can download. I mean, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, you could even look up on YouTube. And I'm not paid to right now to advertise anybody. This is honestly just advice I'm giving you guys that I do every single day. I try to, and if I don't, I feel off. I try to meditate every single day, even if it's 5 minutes. You can literally YouTube 5-minute meditation practices, and it'll be like a 5-minute morning meditation. All you got to do is put it on, and you just close your eyes and you go, just lay down, listen to it for 5 minutes, start your day off right. And the last is motivate. Now, if you're not exactly a motivational speaker, you're not the most motivated person, I don't mean that you actually have to motivate somebody. If you're not there yet, what you can do is listen to something motivational, or watch something, listen to something, read something that will help motivate you in some way to get up from your bed. Even when it's cold, even when you're tired, even when you really don't feel like doing anything. So we're going to be brushing up on those topics some more. But those are my 3 tips, guys. My 3 tips, not just on a Monday, but to help motivate you every single day. Health and wellness tips, especially for this time of the year when it can be stressful, when it's cold outside in some areas of the world. I know it's really cold today in Chicago, and I had so much to do and did not want to do any of it because it was cold. But I want you to, 1, move, 2, meditate, 3, motivate. Again, that's move, meditate, and motivate every single day to help improve your mental health and your mental clarity, and to help you live your best amazing life. My name is AnnaMarie Tabo. Again, I am your host. It's an amazing life. Amazing. It's an amazing life we live, and I'm here every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Make sure to follow Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, YouTube. Make sure you're hitting the like, subscribe, comment, show us some love. Definitely tune in. There's some great shows throughout the week. If you want to be on my show, go ahead and email me at AnnaTabo, ANNATABO @gmail.com. If you want to be an athlete, entrepreneur, or if you want to be one of my angels of the week, just go ahead and submit your headshot. Send me your content, and I'll definitely connect with you. So we will be right back, and we're going to be talking some more to Miss Allie Burkhart. We'll be right back.
I done did a lot. You ain't did shit at all. Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't really rock.
What's up, everybody? This is Anna. We are back on It's an Amazing Life We Live, my motivational podcast, coming at you every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. So you do the math. ask Siri what time to watch me. Just make sure it's 8 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday. Follow Pop Radio Worldwide at iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube so that you're not missing this amazing content. I'm helping you. I'm aimed here to help you live your best amazing life. I want to share health and wellness tips. I want to help you with some brain training, mindset training so that you become an efficient person, successful, driven, focused, and so that you live your best amazing life. So every week I do feature athletes of the week, entrepreneurs of the week, and angels of the week. So if you want to be on my show, go ahead and email me at Anna. That's A, 2 N's, A, Tabo, Tabo at gmail.com. Again, that's Anna Tabo at gmail.com. So I brushed up on some topics before we went on break, and we were just talking about mental health and how during the winter season, at least for me and for a lot of the people, statistically, a lot of people tend to fall into sometimes a depressive the depressive episode, or they feel lethargic, they don't feel as motivated as they do in the summer season, spring season, when the sun is out and the days are longer. So I just wanted to talk to my panel about that. What is your input on what is your stance on how mental health is different from season to season? Do you think that's a real thing, or do you personally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know for myself, I'm genuinely a very outgoing, relatively pretty happy person all the time, but especially in the winter months, it's the lack of light, the fact that you don't want to go outside like she was mentioning earlier because it's so cold. It just makes you start to become more tired, and then the tiredness leads to sadness, and it just starts to spiral down. And I've noticed that even within myself over the last couple of years, especially moving here to Chicago, it's even more gloomy than I've been exposed to before. And I just know that when that happens, you just have to find ways her 3 M's she's shared with you earlier, of combating that, not allowing yourself to be succumbed to depression from this, bad season. But the fact that it's real, I completely agree with.
So since we're on the same page as that, what are some tips that you can personally give people? I gave mine, but is there something that you specifically do to try to combat it? You said that you're not originally from Chicago, right? You're from...
I'm from Indiana.
So it's still cold there too, right?
Yeah, it's not even far. It's only 3 hours away from here.
Okay.
But it's enough of a difference. Just I don't know why Chicago just seems so much more gloomy than where I'm from. I don't know why 3 hours seems to be all the difference.
Well, so what are some things that you have started to do over the years once the season starts to kick in and you start to have those feelings? What are some things that you do that you maybe want to share with the world if they're starting to struggle during this season?
I think 2 things personally help me, and I try to, at least the one, recommend it to others too. Find something you enjoy doing. I personally enjoy the gym. It's my favorite part of the day. No matter what kind of mood I am, no matter how tired I am, whatever it may be, I'm going to make it there. Just because when I leave, I feel like a whole new woman. So basically, I really recommend finding something you like to do, whether it be dance, or you like to go listen to, concerts, or I don't know, shows. Anything that you enjoy doing, find a way to do something you enjoy doing every day and make yourself do it. Because the hardest part is getting yourself to do it, just like going to the gym. They say the hardest part is getting yourself there. As long as you force yourself to do something, you usually 90% of the time feel better afterward. So I feel like that's the first step. Get yourself out there.
Good advice.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring the mic to Miss Jesslyn. Is that how you say your name?
Yes.
Jesslyn. So what is your stance on mental health and whether seasonal depression is a real thing or not?
You know what? It's funny that I'm here today. It must have been a calling because till like right now, that's something I'm dealing with really hard. So listening to you guys' story, it's actually helping me out as well.
Good. I'm glad.
What I've been taught to do is meditate, breathing exercises, surrounding yourself by positive people. Just recently went through something in the summer, and I'm starting to get out more, you know, and like live a little, starting self-love before I learn to love anybody else. And yeah, like
Good.
the winter, it's really dark, so I'm more by myself
Yes,
now.
I mean, you know, especially I know there's a lot of people out there. You may not have a family, you know, it's the holiday season. So sometimes if you've recently lost someone or you're going through a breakup or just, you know, you lost somebody in your family, sometimes the holidays can actually be the loneliest time. It's like that's when the depression can come out more because you're missing that person. You can't spend time with the person that you lost. So I definitely want to reach out to anybody that's cold out there, and you know, you're not alone. Someone's here listening to you. You just got to speak up. If you are in a dark place, not just literally, but in your head, there is a light outside of it. I'm living proof of that. Just this time last year, I honestly was not in the greatest place mentally. And actually, Miss Allie, you know, I had conversations with her before because she and I actually have the same coach. I know I keep bringing people on my team, but, you know, got to bring the squad. Got to bring the squad here, you know. I roll deep with my team from the Export Brickyard. Shout out to you guys. But Miss Allie here, she knew that I was going through some things and I wasn't really going to the gym that much around this time last year. And it was because my mindset was off. Mentally, I wasn't there. Literally, you know, I just didn't really feel like doing anything. It was the winter time. Everything that I loved doing. See, that's the thing with depression. The things that you normally love doing, they don't even feel the same anymore. That's what's messed up about it.
100% true.
That's what's messed up. So when you say to people, I know Ali was saying, like, do something you love to do. But sometimes it's hard. Even the stuff
To
that you know, to even if you know what you like to do and love to do, when you're really, really, really down, I'm talking about, I don't even know how to describe it. When you're really, really down like that, like
you feel like heavy, no energy.
heavy. You don't have energy for the things that you even love. You don't even want to talk to your best friend. Like you don't even have energy. You just want to. I don't know. For me, I just want to go to sleep because I don't want to deal with anything. You know. And I know that when I went through that type of pain, I wanted to make sure that. If and when I always knew deep down that I was going to get out of those holes, that it was just a part of my life that I had to go through. I'm a big believer in God, big believer in signs, and I believe that God had put some obstacles in front of me literally to make me stronger so that I can fit the big shoes that he's giving me right now. So with that said, this time last year, I was barely leaving the house. I was blowing through, I'm going to get personal with you guys. I was blowing through my savings account because I didn't feel like working anymore because I was that depressed, you know. And luckily I had some money stashed away where I could be like, you know what, I can just take a little break. You know, I can't even deal with people anymore. But then, you know, money starts to run out when you do that, you know, and, you know, I had to go back to work, pull up my big girl pants, and, you know, I'm 32 years old, guys. I can't just ignore life, you know. I can't just be like, oh, I don't feel like going to school today. I'm like, the school of what? Life? Because that's, you know, you need to go to work. You got to pay your bills. You got to live your life. People depend on you. So I know personally that how dark it can get. So for anybody that's listening that is, you know, either trying to stay motivated or maybe you're just really in a dark place and you're trying to get motivated, you're trying to light that spark up back in your brain so that you feel like living again, you know, I really hope you guys keep tuning in every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time here on Pop Radio Worldwide. Follow on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, YouTube. This is what I like to talk about, guys. I like to talk about stuff. I mean, I like to laugh, but then I also like to talk about stuff that's real. I mean, if you don't think this is real, just, you know, look at the news every day. There's people dying from suicide every single day. People ODing on drugs because they're trying to self-medicate with their mental health issues and whatever may be going on in their life. So if you do need any sort of help, please, please, please reach out. Luckily for me, and I know I can't speak for everyone, for me, I've gotten better about asking for help. and that's like a huge step, is asking for help. You know, if you're feeling off, if you're feeling like you're starting to go a little deeper than you thought, like, you know, sometimes you get in a little funk and then you shake it off after a week, but then when it starts to get like, it's been a couple weeks now, a couple weeks turns into a couple months, you know, it's okay to ask for help. Doesn't mean you're weak, guys. It means that you're acknowledging your problem and you're trying to fix it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So with that said, we're going to be taking a little break, because I've been talking a little much. I'm a little parched, guys. So, but we're going to be talking some more to Miss Allie Burkhart. We're going to talk about how fitness saved her life. Since we are talking about mental health care, a lot of it is also, it's all intertwined. So, I mean, obviously this is health and wellness tips. A lot of you guys know me as a fitness competitor. I'm a bikini pro in the INBA, PNBA, and obviously I love working out, but it's deeper than that. It helps me mentally, and this is what we're going to talk about because it's definitely helped Miss Allie Burkhart. So she's our athlete of the week, entrepreneur of the week, and our angel of the week, because she's got it all. So we will be right back. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Central Time on It's an Amazing Life We Live.
I done did a lot. You ain't did shit at all. Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't really.
What's up, guys? We are back on It's an Amazing Life We Live. I am your host, AnnaMarie Tabo, coming from the windy city of Chicago, but we are Pop Radio Worldwide. Go ahead and follow Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify Premium. Make sure to follow on all social medias. Make sure to follow on Instagram so that you know what's going on. There's a bunch of shows all week, and I'm one of them. So you got to tune in every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time on It's an Amazing Life We Live. It's a motivational podcast, guys. I'm here to help you live your best amazing life. Health and wellness tips, brain training, mindset training, and I like to bring in guests that have a lot of substance to them that I feel like definitely need recognition because they work hard, and I feel like they can make a difference in this world. So with that said, I'm going to be talking more to Miss Allie Burkhart. She is an athlete, a figure competitor, originally from Indiana. She's originally from Indiana, moved to Chicago. How long ago did you move to Chicago?
It's going on 4 years now.
4 years. Okay. What made you move to Chicago?
I am from a small town, and there's not a lot of opportunity there, and I just knew I was not destined to live my life there. I needed,
You wanted city and lights and more people. I get it.
Definitely.
So were you always into fitness, or when did it come about into your life?
Definitely not. I would no fitness ability whatsoever. Never played a sport in my life, nothing. It came to me in the most crazy of ways, and it has become my life.
Okay, so I want to delve more into that. So how old are you now? When did you start getting into fitness? Or when did you start thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to go to the gym? Like, what sport did you start with?
So I'm 26 right now, and around 22, discovered the gym. Like I said, never played a sport, still can't play a sport to save my life. But bodybuilding, I've got. But no, I stepped foot in a gym around 22 and wanted to get away from the cardio section. What I'll tell you later is I lived in the cardio section. So wanted to branch out and learn something different. I wanted to be strong instead of just skinny. So I picked up some weights and asked my friend for some help, and the rest is just...
And I know you guys can't see her right now, but once the YouTube video is up and you're watching this, she is a beautiful, beautiful girl. Definitely got to follow her. I actually, before she became my teammate, I knew a little bit about her because I think I ran across your page, your Instagram page. I think it just rolled through my feed or something like that. And I was definitely impressed. The thing with her, obviously not just beautiful. She's a beautiful girl, beautiful photos. You definitely work with some awesome photographers. When you sent me just some of the photos that I could use for promos, I was like, oh, wow, these are gorgeous.
There's a very talented photographer behind those.
So, I was impressed because she's all about body positivity. And then when I saw your transformation photos, that's what really got me. So tell us your background with, so you talked about how you were always in the cardio section. You're trying to get away from that. So why were you always in the cardio section?
So around basically my whole 6-ish years of my late teens, early 20s, it's kind of just miserable for me. I struggle with my reflection in the mirror. I didn't even like being in my own skin. I don't really know why I wasn't super heavy set or anything. I just didn't like. I don't know. There's something I didn't like about my body, so I decided I was gonna fix it. But by doing that, I started out, just doing cardio and doing what I needed to do to lose those, 10 pounds that you want to lose, so you feel like that's going to be your goal weight, your body weight, whatever. Well, I noticed I was really good at pushing myself. I could go an extra 20 minutes. I could go an extra, 2 days this week. I would.
So you were a cardio bunny.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then I pushed that even further. I could go an hour a day. I could go 2 hours a day. And then it became, I loved getting skinnier and skinnier, and I see that I had control over just really pushing myself and, morphing my body how I wanted to. And it just became also a war with food. It wasn't just a war with the gym, it became a war with food. Because I noticed, obviously, when you cut back your calories, you also decrease weight. So I would cut back my calories more and more and more, till eventually I developed severe anorexia. Was eating maybe tops 200-300 calories a day and exercising 1,000 of those on the treadmill. Just basically eating myself alive just by working out. My body was eating myself. You know what I mean? Just because I was burning too much to sustain even.
So when did you realize that you maybe had a problem?
I think I knew I had a problem just a year into it, but when I admitted it, it wasn't until 3 years later.
So tell me how bodybuilding has changed your perspective on yourself, your self-reflection, and how you see food now.
So I think I got really sick, and I was just in and out of treatment centers and things, and I just got to a point where I was so tired of just living with my own self-inflicted disease, kind of. So, like I said, I went in and I got my, start in lifting weights and things. And then I realized, I can take this, want for this need to, control my body and everything, but make it strong. Like I said, strong, not skinny. I think that's a hashtag I use all the time just because, I don't want to be the skinny person anymore. I want to be strong as possible. And that goes not only physically but mentally, and the gym and lifting weights just really does that for me in a way that I've never experienced before.
So you competed before, correct? You're a figure competitor. So you've competed a couple times. Tell us about your career so far with the INBA, PNBA.
So I stepped back. I did 2 shows, and then I loved it. I found out that competing is totally something I completely enjoy. Pushing myself past the limits, I do that very well, but this is in a healthy way. This is pushing myself to be the best I can be. And I didn't think I'd like it, too, because I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like any of that stuff, but that's also, this competing has done that for me, has made me come out of my shell and realize
look at you on iHeartRadio,
right,
on
exactly.
Pop Radio Worldwide now. Look
and
at you now.
Doing modeling shoots and things I would never ever do before.
It challenged you,
yeah,
right?
so it put me in, and it just exposed me to the fact that I am, I can do these things, but I took a step back, and I'm about to dive back in this year. So
okay, so when can we see you on stage again?
I'm thinking April.
Maybe the Illinois State. That's in Chicago. We'll see. So you guys definitely have to follow her, show her some love. Where can we find you, Miss Allie?
So you can find me on Instagram as Miss Allie Jean, and it's MissAlliGean. And you can find me on Facebook with my name, Allie Burkhardt, as well. I'm only on those 2 social media platforms, but if you want to reach out to me through one of those 2, I will gladly answer anything. So.
All right. Any message you want to, say to the people of the world regarding, health, wealth, fitness, anything that you want to say before you give your shout outs?
Oh my goodness, all this pressure. Basically, I just want to piggyback on what you were saying, and that's the most important thing I wanted to what I like to do with my social media platform too is use it as a way to help others who have struggled with what I've struggled with. So basically, if you do have a problem with, an eating disorder, depression, any sort of disordered behavior, and you know it and you need help, make sure to reach out. And that may be someone who's professional, maybe a family member, whatever. And you might even, I get people who reach out to me, and I'm not a professional by any means, but just sharing my story, the details of it, and then they can relate, and then how I combated it and things like that. It's just really nice to be able to be any sort of help or anything like that. And there's so many other people who feel the same way. I know Anna feels the same way too. So I know there are people.
That's why I have this show, guys. Yeah. I aspire to inspire. I know that I was in a rough spot last year, and I just wanted to make sure that when I got out of it, I was going to help bring people up with me.
Yeah.
So with that said, thank you so much, Miss Allie, for being here this evening. Are there any shout outs you want to give to people?
I do want to shout out to my photographer since she mentioned him. His Instagram is a boy named Jamil, Jamil. Very talented photographer. And you just for having me on the radio show. Pop over here for having me as well. And that's about it.
Well, with that said, make sure you follow Miss Allie Burkhart on Instagram and on Facebook. If they want to book you, if anybody wants to book you for a photo shoot, personal training sessions of any sort, do they just slide in your DMs? Or,
okay, yeah.
How do we book you? How do we work with you, girl?
My business email is AliB365. It's ALIB365 at Hotmail. I do most of my bookings through that. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, she has a lot to say, and I wish I had more time with her. But you definitely got to check her out on her social media platforms, because she definitely, what I love about Miss Allie is that she's giving a voice to people that are very quiet about what they may be dealing with as far as body dysmorphia, eating disorders, mental health, and that gives other people like me the courage to speak up too, so that more people can reach out for help if you guys are in need, if you're going through a rough time. People mask things very, very well. You never know what's going on behind. So I just want to help raise people up. So thank you again, Miss Allie, for being here. You guys definitely got to check her out. She has such a big story. She has amazing things. I think she's going to be doing great things. 2020, here we come. So when we come back, we are going to be talking more to Miss Jesslyn. She is a young entrepreneur, model, and all things of that sort, but I'll let her tell you all about it. She's definitely a special girl, and I'm happy to have her here. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Chicago. Well, that's Central Time, so that's 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. It's an amazing life we live. I'm Anna, helping you live your best amazing life, and we will be right back.
I done did a lot. You ain't did shit at all. Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't really rock. I just get the brick across.
What's up, everybody? It's Anna on It's an Amazing Life We Live. I'm here every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you're following Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube, and tune in again every Tuesday. Get your 2 cents on a Tuesday from me, Anna, on It's an Amazing Life We Live. I am back here, and we just got, we're not done. We're not done with Allie. You're supposed to stop talking. We're not kicking her out yet. Okay? But if you're just tuning in, we're definitely going to have some playbacks of this, because I know you guys all need to hear what Ali has to say. If you're not already following her on Instagram and social media platforms, you got to go ahead and do that. She's all about body positivity and mental health awareness, and she's an amazing figure competitor. I'm hoping to see her on stage in 2020.
I think so. I think it's going to happen.
I know so. I can see it now. I have 2020 vision, girl. So, I want to talk to the girl sitting right next to her, and her name is Miss Jesslyn. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Say hello to the people of the world, what you do, and, how people can work with you.
Okay, well, my name's Jesslyn Perez. I am an aspiring model, 23, born in Chicago, a little suburb called Berwyn, so I've been there my whole life. Right now I'm working with customer service, getting my degree, and to become a business owner.
Okay, no doubt. That's what's up. You said you're 23? 23. What kind of business are you thinking about?
I'm trying to get into the food industry, a restaurant.
Okay. No, that's
Mexican
a great
and
industry.
Puerto Rican food.
That's awesome. Oh, yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, I second that motion. I second that motion. Look, listen. Okay, we're going to talk after the show. Okay, all right. So, you're in school right now. Where do you go to school?
Right now I'm at Concordia.
Okay, Concordia. And then you work full-time, part-time?
Full-time.
Full-time? Okay. So, and you're an aspiring model, so I'm assuming you have a social media platform that people can contact you in. How can we follow you, Miss Jesslyn?
Instagram and Snapchat, it's pretty long. It's a JE, and there's 4 S, 2 U, 2 L, 2 Y, and 2 N. I was the only one available. Facebook, Jesslyn Faith Perez, and that's Jesslyn JESULYN.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Jesslyn. What kind of modeling do you do at the moment?
Right now I'm barely getting back into it, so I'm open to anything. Right now I'm more into the fashion side.
Fashion side. Okay, guys. So if you want to book her, go ahead and follow her on her social media platforms. Her name is Miss Jesslyn. She's beautiful. I love those nails, girl.
Thank you.
Check out the
Those
nails.
too.
Okay. Yes. See, it's called self-care, guys. I know that at least for me, we were talking about mental health, and it's cold in the Midwest, and sometimes you got to do a little something for yourself. And if your thing is nails, and you're not breaking the bank doing it, but it's a little something you do for yourself, do it. Do it. It's worth it. Investing in yourself is always the best. So any message you want to give to the people, anybody that's going through a rough time and they're trying to make it back into the business, or trying to get their life together, anything that you want to say to people, or any advice you want to give?
I would say self-love is a really big thing. I know there's a lot of people right now in today's society, there is an image on women. You have to be skinny, fit, and picture perfect. So self-love would be a big thing. Learn to love yourself and learn to do things that you love before loving anybody else, I would say. And just to be very strong and positive. Don't surround yourself with negativity. It's not needed.
Love that answer. So real quick, just a couple things that I want to touch up on before we go, because unfortunately I don't have the whole night, guys. I only have an hour, so I do have to wrap this up. But I wanted to ask something to both of you ladies, just so you guys can have some real input. Like, who are some people that inspire you and motivate you when you're having a rough day? Like, who are the people that you personally look up to that keeps you going, and you're like, you know what, maybe I can do one more lap, or I can get up today and go to work. I don't feel like it. Like, who motivates you?
The two big people, one would be my mom, of course, raising 4 children on her own, 3 being boys, me the only girl. And also a motivational speaker, Trent Shelton. He's someone I really look up to. Yes.
How about you, Allie? Who inspires you, motivates you to get up every morning, even if you don't feel like it?
I don't know if he inspires me to get up every morning, but he inspires me every day to push a little bit harder. I know it sounds really cheesy, but my boyfriend is an amazing person. He's a bodybuilder, and he's super successful, and he just always, like, constant positivity. And whenever I'm feeling down, he's like, come on, like, get up and let's go. Like, just constant source. So I think that's really important to have too, is someone you know is a constant source of positivity.
I love that. Yeah, for me personally, I definitely got to give it up to my mom and my dad. They drive me crazy, but I love them. Everything I do is for them. My niece and my nephew, you know, my little nuggets. And you know, my family, all of them are from the Philippines, and also my fit family in my bodybuilding world. Like we're all such a big community. And then it's people that I know from all walks of life, different parts of my life. Even if I may not be talking to you anymore, like I'm just thankful for everybody, really, everybody that's been a part of my journey. Even if you know, some of your stories had to, you know, get cut short in mine, you know. So, but all of you guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. A couple announcements before I wrap things up. Next week, I am going to be showing some love to the guys. Okay. So next week on Tuesday on the 17th, I will have a lady here, another boss queen. Her name is Katrina Farrell, and you may know her as Trainer Trina. She does her booty boot camps and all that. She'll be my entrepreneur of the week. She's an amazing athlete as well. Next week, I'm also going to have some, you know, there's surprises, but I'm going to have some fellas in here because I know I've been bringing a lot of ladies in here. I need to show the guys some love. You know, you guys are getting jealous. So definitely tune in every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Go ahead and follow Pop Radio Worldwide. It's on iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, and YouTube. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'm here every Tuesday again. It's an amazing life you live, helping you live your best amazing life. Good night, guys.
Just get the brick across, take it to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss, Chemo, solid, hard body. In that jam, told on nobody. God damn, that war, we body. Dinero, we get it.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to come in and say thank you to Anna here for having me on her show tonight. It's Pop Radio on iHeartRadio. Pop Radio Worldwide. Pop Radio Worldwide on iHeartRadio. I just want to say thank you again for having me. She does a weekly podcast show on Tuesdays to promote health and positivity and wellness, and it was really great to be a part of her show tonight. I talk a little bit about my story in it, so if you'd like to check that out, I will be posting the link and you can see what we did tonight. Thank
Follow
you.
her on Instagram. It's Miss
Allie Jean, MISSALIGEJEAN, and hers is
It's an Amazing Life We Live.
yes. So follow us and you can see what we have to offer. Thank you.
I just get the brick across, take it to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss, Chemo, solid, hard body. In that jam, told on nobody. God damn, that war, we body. Dinero, we get it. Dinero, we count it all. Hammers and clips, big body Chevys. Now it's foreign whips. Colombian dime piece right at my hip. Told me I wouldn't make it, no way I'd win. Try to fucking bury me, throw me back in. No way I ain't going, always going in. Never turning back, always watch my back. Jungle full of monkeys, but I'm a silverback. Do it for my gente, do it for the streets. Do it for you haters, no surrender, no retreat. Esta vida loca made me a beast. No more fucking losing, I'm a fucking chief. I done did a lot. You ain't did shit at all. Whipping up a pop, show you how to get it off. I don't merely rock. I just get the brick across, take it to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss, Chemo, solid, hard body. In that jam, told on